Welcome to today's episode of Places, People, Purpose. Yesterday, we talked about Botswana's diamond industry and how it has been managed in such a way as to meaningfully upgrade the quality of life for the country's citizens. Today, we're going to explore more about the country and people of Botswana. Approximately 2/3 of the country lies within the tropics. Botswana is well known for having some of the best wilderness and wildlife areas on the African continent. A full 38% of its total land area is devoted to national parks, reserves, and wildlife management areas. Botswana is one of the least densely populated countries of Africa, having an area of about 582,000 kilometers or 361,000 miles, which is slightly smaller than the state of Texas, but with a population of only 2.5 million people as of 2022. The population is primarily concentrated in the east, with a focus in and around the capital of Gaborone and the far central eastern city of Francistown. The population density remains low in other areas in the country, especially in the Kalahari to the west. The capital of Botswana is Gaborone, and the official languages are English and Setswana. Several other languages are also spoken in the country. Botswana is one of Africa's most stable countries and is the continent's longest continuous multi-party democracy. Although large, very little of Botswana's land is suitable for productive cultivation. Agricultural output constitutes less than 1/10 of the gross national product, and most of that is in the form of livestock production for urban and export markets. Grain production, mostly sorghum, millet, and corn, fell short of national consumption for most of the 20th century. And foodstuffs from South Africa and Zimbabwe are some of Botswana's major import commodities. Fishing and forestry production are limited and largely confined to the extreme north. Tourism is an increasingly important industry in Botswana, accounting for almost 12% of GDP. The Bank of Botswana is the central bank and issues the national currency, the pula. The Botswana economy is regulated by the central bank and a strong Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. There are multinational commercial banks with branch operations that extend to the village level. The pula is the currency of Botswana. Pula literally means rain in Setswana because rain is very scarce in Botswana, home to much of the Kalahari Desert, and therefore valuable and a blessing. The Tswana people, the largest ethnic group, contribute significantly to the nation's culture and identity. The next two largest ethnic groups in Botswana are the Bushmen and the Kalanga. Only about 1% of the population is white, from Europe or the United States. Christianity is the majority religion in Botswana. The most popular denominations of Christianity in the country are Anglicans and Methodists. Islam and Hinduism are some of the other religions practiced in the country. The nation is known for its religious tolerance, with various faiths peacefully coexisting. Traditional clothing is an integral part of Botswana's culture. The attire is colorful and reflects the vibrant spirit of the nation. The traditional attire of Botswana women is a skirt with a blanket made from animal skin, which is worn to cover the upper part of the body. Ornamental objects are worn by women, such as necklaces, bracelets, armlets, rings, and earrings. For Botswana's cuisine, try their national dish, seswa, a tasty dish of meat and thick maize porridge. The stew is made by boiling meat with onion and pepper. Once the meat has cooked for a couple of hours, it is shredded and pounded with salt to add flavor. It is then served on top of a thick maize meal. It is also often served with a leafy green, which is called morogo. Many national dishes in Africa are based on meat and maize, and Botswana's national dish is no different. The main meal is generally eaten at lunchtime traditionally, and leftovers or bread and tea are eaten at dinner. Goat meat, which is often stewed, is the second most popular meat after beef. Chicken is also popular, and many households will raise their own. For breakfast, maize or sorghum porridge is popular. It is made by pouring sorghum or millet flour into boiling water and cooking it till it becomes a soft paste. Sometimes this dish is eaten with meat and vegetables for dinner. Finally, the people of Botswana prize mopane worms as a national specialty. This unusual delicacy is actually a caterpillar who earned its name by feeding on the local mopane tree. The worms are eaten fresh, dried, or canned with tomato sauce or hot sauce. Most families are able to harvest them from the trees near their homes. A traditional beverage in Botswana is sorghum beer. Additionally, Botswana has started making a name for itself in the wine industry, with vineyards producing unique wines that capture the essence of the region. Botswana traditionally had a hierarchical social structure, with chiefs and elders playing vital roles in governance and conflict resolution. Urbanization has led to changes in societal structures, but respect for elders and communal values persist. Botswana has made significant strides in providing access to education. The literacy rate has steadily risen, and the country invests in both traditional and modern educational systems. Since independence, enrollment at all levels of education has increased steadily, and by the 21st century, almost half the adult population had completed primary schooling. Enrollments in primary education are still lower in the remote western and northwestern districts than in the other areas of the country. As we mentioned previously, the country does have its share of problems. It once had the world's highest rate of HIV/AIDS infection. That being said, the country now has one of Africa's most advanced treatment programs, and medicine for the virus is readily available. The arts and crafts of Botswana mirror the country's rich cultural diversity, which has been brought about by its many ethnic groups. Exquisite crafts of different types, with a range of designs, are produced across the country by ordinary Botswana, using skills influenced by their respective custom. Botswana women living in the northern parts of the country are renowned for their skill at crafting baskets from trees, or they produce large lidded baskets used for storage or carrying objects on their heads. The craftsmen in the southeastern part of Botswana produce artistic pottery and weaving. The Bushmen have produced the oldest rock paintings that depict hunting, animal, and human figures. Broadly speaking, Botswana produced great paintings and sculptures inspired by the country's beautiful landscapes. In terms of celebrations, Independence Day on September 30th is a momentous occasion in Botswana's history. It commemorates the nation's freedom from colonial rule and is celebrated with parades, cultural performances, and national unity. Another one of the most important festivities in Botswana is the Mighty Song Festival, which is a popular festival that takes place in March and lasts 9 days. For more than a week, the people take to the streets to enjoy numerous shows of traditional music, performing arts, and cultural events. These events showcase the nation's artistic talent, music, dance, and theater. Botswana, with its rich history, diverse culture, and enduring traditions, is a testament to the resilience and evolution of a nation. Its journey from prehistoric settlements to a modern, democratic republic showcases its ability to blend tradition and progress. By preserving and celebrating its cultural heritage, Botswana continues to shine as a beacon of African identity and pride. That's all we have for today. We hope you enjoyed learning more about the people and place of Botswana. Tomorrow, we are moving to another new place, and that is Prague in the Czech Republic. We think you will thoroughly enjoy what we have to share with you about Prague. So please join our next episode of Places, People, Purpose, where we create connections to our world.